So,
Well, what was he like at 12 years old?
Physically, mentally weak, but physically, what do I mean mentally weak? Not weak for the average guy, but for a fighter, he still have remnants. He still had residual stuff from his upbringing. Listen, you want to know the truth about the guy? I mean, he orders, but he used to hide in between abandoned building walls in Brownsville. It was a rough place, no doubt about it. Didn't have a father, whatever, the mother, whatever. And he used to hide between walls to not get picked on. And I believe when you do that, you never get outside of that wall. To a certain extent, you're always hiding in that wall for the rest of your life. That's just my belief. Teddy, what are you talking about? He became heavyweight champ. Some people think he's the greatest. Some people... I don't have his record in front of me, and this is going to blow some people crazy, but what are you going to do? I don't have his record. Let's just say we're going to make an arbitrary number because your man's going to pull it up. But let's just say it's 50-6. All right, we'll say 5. 50-5, but whatever. I think his record is truly, if you're going to be this, and we're not truly in life with anything, but if we're truly, truly in an absolute world, which we don't live in, but I would say he's 0-5. All right, now everyone who's listening to you think it's just like, let me get what Teddy's drinking. Like, I don't see him drinking nothing, but he probably had some before he came in. To me, a fight is not a fight until there's resistance, until there's something to overcome. Something to overcome. Otherwise, it's just an athletic venture. It's an exhibition. I think life is that. I think that you don't know if a lawyer is a lawyer until there's something to overcome in the courtroom. Something goes wrong, okay? I know he's a lawyer. I know he went to school. I get it. Nobody has to tell me that. But he ain't a lawyer. He ain't that. Until everything goes wrong, the judge throws all this crap out, and he is effed, so to speak. And he figures, and he still handles it. Then he's a lawyer. A doctor's not a doctor until he opens up this kid, just like he's got at home, and arteries are bleeding all over the place, and it's not in the textbook. It's not in the freaking textbook. And he got to do it. He got to figure it out. And then he's a doctor. Then he's a surgeon at that level. You are not in a fight. I admit it. I equate life to a fight. I do. You're not in a fight until there's pressure, resistance, overcoming something. Otherwise, it's just an exhibition. Tyson's talent was so great. His physical ability, his talent was so overwhelming, just like somebody's intellect, just somebody's charisma, whatever, beauty, until it came to something else. But his talent was so superior that the other stuff never got tested. He was blowing guys out, and it never got tested if there was anything in the warehouse, so to speak. If there was anything inside. You never knew. And then 5 times, whatever the real record is, 5 times there was resistance. 5 times it became a real fight. 5 times there was something to overcome. And he failed all 5 times. He was only in 5 fights in his life. And he's 0-5. I'm sorry. Sour grapes, because we know my history with him, right? Am I capable of that? Yeah, I'm human, yeah. But I can honestly tell you that I try to be better than that. That I've called many fights where the people in the corner, I couldn't stand them. I had no respect for them. But if they did a good job in the corner, if their fighter did a job, I talked about them like they were Ray Arcel, like they were Angelo Dundee, because that's what it was supposed to be. That's all. And it's selfish because I want to know, and I want my kids to know that I can be better than that. That it's about It's about the code of the profession. It's about you. It's about you believing that what you say should be honest. It should be what you believe. It shouldn't be tainted or influenced by lesser things. That it does represent you. It does represent your family. It does represent where you came from. It does stay. You know, you blurt it out for those 5 minutes or maybe 2 hours on ESPN. But it stays. Someone can go back to it. You could go back to it. How do you feel about it? It does mean something. It really does. And so I'm only saying it because I would say it about somebody else. In the way that I calibrate things, the way that I evaluate things. That I don't think that you know crap about somebody until they're tested. You don't know if they're your friend. You don't know if they're a good wife. You don't know if they're a good girlfriend. You don't know crap. You think you do, but until they're really tested, you don't really know. And Tyson, when he got tested, when he had to overcome something, when he didn't run him over like one of those big monster trucks running over a Volkswagen, because he was a monster truck with Volkswagens. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. And was he one of the greatest punchers of all time? Yeah, yes. Could he punch from either side of the plate like Mickey Mantle, the greatest switch hitter? Was he that in body? Yes. He could punch evenly, great with either hand from either side. Was he all those things? Yes. Was he as great an intimidator as Sonny Liston? Yes. Was he a great finisher like Joe Louis to a certain extent? Yes. But he wasn't a great fighter. Because great fighters, when the fight came to them, they found a way to do what they had to do. He found a way to disappear. They found a way to show up. Yeah, show up. He found a way to go and not show up. And look, you could go talk to psychiatrists and you could go through all the reasons why. The hiding between a wall when he was a kid. Yeah, that's part of it. I'll tell you another part of it. To be that, not to be the power puncher, not to be the aggressor, not to be just those things, to be the Titan, to be the Viking, to be the samurai, to be the warrior, to be those things. It has to be inside you. You have to believe it. You know, a lot of times people lie in life. There's certain places you can't lie.